Hello and welcome to Rags to Riches. Yeah, as I said last episode, I'm still in Platinum and I'm still getting my ass kicked. Quite extensively. Although, I don't know, I'm getting better. Sort of. I think with, I want to sort of... I'm not really going to be focusing on what he's doing. Because I'm not really in a position to comment on what he's doing. Although this first push that he does with the Mothership core was rather annoying, to say the least. Yes. Because, you know, why wouldn't you? You know? But, yeah, I'll hold it off anyway. We'll see more of that later. So yeah, I actually did pretty well in this game. Well, I thought I did. Well, I didn't work. Obviously, I didn't do the best. But I did all right. I suppose that's not really the sort of mentality you need to win, but never mind. Yeah, so, yeah, I do all right. I still lose. I'm only going to be showing one game today because, yeah, I've not won any, so I've not really got any. Anything positive to say really about my play. So what am I doing here? Right, wasting minerals, that's what I'm doing. So, process player, so I'll be going for Marine Modern Vimac. So I'll be going for that sort of the usual sort of strong 12-minute push that you can do with a Marine Medevac Marauder Force. That's usually pretty good. That's sort of, you know, the usual mid-game push. Probably the easiest strategy to go against Protoss with. For sure, for sure. But yeah, so let's see what's going on here. Lost a few SCVs. Expansion has been delayed by a couple of minutes. It's not great, but I'm still alive. Still producing SCVs, getting bunkers down, got a factory on the way so I can get my starport. Got Marines coming out. Got Stim on the way. Yeah, so I survived for now. Not ideal. Banking up a bit of energy there. That could have been used for something better. So in the meantime, he's building up his forces. Yeah, nothing too... like I said before, I can't really comment on what he's doing. Now, given that Medevacs are so much faster now, really I'm probably going to be looking to do a bit more drop play. Simply because it's a bit more of a viable option now. Well, it was viable. It was insanely viable before. It's a lot faster now, so it's a bit easier to pull off if you're less experienced like me. I think the emergency boosters let you salvage any attempts. Stick a turret down here because I scanned just in time to see these two buildings in progress being built here. And I assumed that maybe there might have been a dark shrine, so I just stopped that turret there just to be safe. So he's expanded now. Yeah, he's got a nice defensive force there. Nothing I can deal with. Medevacs. Now, I'd be interested to see if he does actually see any drops go out, because I don't know if he does or not. We'll see. So we've got 3 barracks down, all of them producing units, that's good. Not researching anything, could be researching something. I've got plus 1, plus 2 and plus 1, so I've got 2-1 on the way. So he does see some of my forces moving out there, yes. I don't think he sees this one though. So his observers would have seen that one come out. So he sent another one that way. But I'll drop down here. Pick up a few, but he just rolls his army in. Now, in retrospect, he didn't exactly have much left there. Maybe I left it a little bit too soon. Oh no, he just cleaned up a little. Pull the medivacs over, get them healed up a little bit. Work on this base. Ah yes, I pull out. That's fair enough. Not too much damage, a few SCVs. Took out his army, that's a good thing. Now what I should have done here is maybe pick up a whole bunch more, but I didn't really want to because my Venetas are on quite low health, so I didn't want to risk putting too many units in them. Although, to be honest, in retrospect, that's probably exactly what I should have done. Maybe take them down to, take them down the third. That would have been a good timing actually. But I've got a couple more on the way to reinforce that, and I've got weapons level 3, armor level 2 coming out. So my Marines will probably pack out on a fair bit of damage at this point. Although it is the 17-minute mark, so that's fairly late really. I've got a third down here now. Upgrading that to Planetary Fortress. Although to be honest, I might be better off getting an orbital in the future instead of that Planetary Fortress. Normally I stick a Planetary Fortress on my third, just because it's generally the easiest option, but I'm thinking maybe against especially against Zerg, the last thing you want is your command center getting surrounded by Zerglings. So yeah, I've left him to his own devices a little bit too long, and he's gone for pretty much exactly the right choice he can make, and that is to go for High Templar with Storms. And oh dear God, are Storms the most ridiculous thing ever. Now, Storms wouldn't be too bad. Okay, I could deal with them if they weren't. They're just too easy to use. It takes the things with the Storms. They do so much damage and take so little skill to use. I mean, you just press T, and then you win, basically. So, coming down to the third, and he uses a mass recall, pulls all his units in, and one Storm has more or less decimated my entire army. And the thing is, he's still got another Storm he can place down. So if I'd stayed there any longer, that would have been pretty much my entire army gone. And it's just so hard to deal with. I mean, you see it in professional games where people normally they just, it's just a case of splitting up your troops. But if I've got the Marco to do that, then trust me, I wouldn't be stuck. I wouldn't be a Silver League player. He's still keeping an eye on what I'm doing. They could really have done with putting a few turrets around, just to keep a bigger tab, and stop him from keeping such a tab on me. So he pulls his observer down here, sees what's going on here, takes that base out, no problem, and there we go. He's essentially just gutted an entire mineral line mine. So try and pull out, keep the medevacs out of the way so they don't get stormed, stim in. And to be fair, I should have backed off a lot sooner there. I will admit that was wholly my fault. Although to be honest, he didn't have any more storms there, so I probably could have maybe gotten away with staying there a bit longer, especially with the number of medevacs I've got. Hindsight is it's one thing to have hindsight. So yeah, I think I managed to soak up this force. This one icon gets away, but there's not much I can do about that. In the meantime, all these High Templar, he's just spawned in there. He's obviously seen at this point that High Templar has proven to be very effective for him, so that's what he's going for. I'm continuously streaming out Marines still, and I built, for some stupid reason, 3-starred ports. I can't remember why I built them. I knew that I was going for something. What was it? Oh, I think I want. What was it? I was trying to do. I was trying to do something specific, and I've got SCVs doing nothing there. So yeah, this is kind of falling apart for me at this point. Trying to get as much minerals as I can in. As you can see, I'm not floating that much, which is quite good. My production's fairly fluent. Could be getting them out faster. That I think is the main point. And he's not really got all that much really. I think my army's more or less consistently quite a bit bigger than him. I do manage to take this out, I think. Yeah, that's good. I do manage to do some positive things then. Keenhound knows where I am though. I think that's me trying to take the gold, get some more income in. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Knowing that the High Templars are a bit slower, I decided to take the stim kite option. Really what I wanted to do is getting rid of this this wall of zealots he's got, which is quite effective. Unfortunately I've lost all my medivacs. Unfortunately, I'm not quite so energetic with my damage output. As you can see there, most of the time I've just got my marines moving a little bit too much. I should probably focus on making sure they're doing damage a bit more often. And I've got less much, so they're doing nothing. As has that one. So yeah, I've made a few stupid mistakes, but. Those storms, man, they're just so effective. And it's not like I can make my marines any more resistant, you know. And it's not like I can really tech switch at this point. More or less mined out on a natural, mined out my my base. Only mining off one base really. I've got this one here, but it's not doing anything. And I'm a bit stuck of what to do next, so I'm just trying to pump out as many resources as possible. Pump out as many units as possible, sorry. So, let's move on, see what else happens. So yeah, he just continues to pump out the High Templar, get some more Archons. Archons are tanky as hell, so... He doesn't even need that many High Templar by this point. He probably only needs about 3 and he can more or less annihilate anything I've got. So yeah, he moves up here, takes out my only effective mining base. Oh, I have moved stuff over to the to this one. Oh, that's good. Bit too many though, apparently. And here's me slowly and pathetically splitting up my marines, as if it would make that much difference. Yeah, it's quite strange watching back when you play. You realise how slowly you're actually doing things. Because I feel like I'm probably going about 100 miles per hour at this point. So yeah, he's still he's more or less mined out this base. He's got this fourth one up here now. And really, I've just allowed him to max out by this point. Yeah, that's a fairly deadly army he's got himself. I'm still pumping out marines, not as many as I could have. I've got quite a few barracks, probably. Yeah, in terms of actually building production facilities, it's probably one of the best games I've had for a while. Yeah, shame it's just wasn't to be though. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I did build a Ghost Academy. Deciding that, you know, maybe EMPs on the Archons might be a good choice, but I never actually used them. One stone there, taking a big chunk out. And I should probably point out at this point that it's more or less completely pointless to go Marine Marauder without medivacs, because otherwise they just, especially against storms anyway, because they'll just get annihilated too quickly. So yeah, another stim more or less kills a bunch of them. But he's all he really needs to do is just push them into a corner, get a storm down, game over. But yeah, that's that. So, Platinum League. Platinum League. Anyway, I'll catch you all next time, and hopefully I might have some something more positive to show you by then. So, until then.